What's going on, my creative collective? Welcome to your daily creative reading for August 17th. We are going to hop right on in here and just do this. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for my wonderful daily creatives, please? And thank you. Messages from a daily creatives. Well, we have two. We got both. So the first one that I'll read is with love. Okay. And the one I'll read at the end is you are magical. Sorry. Okay, dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering any kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, Spirit. You've made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We're so proud of you. I feel like that's like, I feel like there's like some aces in there. The wisdom of the aces, as it were. Spirit, what messages do you have for my daily creatives for August 17th? So we have the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Wands kind of kicking it off here. I feel like there's things that people can't see or you don't want them to see. And it's not like subterfuge or anything like that. It's just like it's the Star and the Nine of Pentacles. But I wonder if I'm seeing here, sorry for clearing my throat so much. The Six of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, I feel a lot like, I'm getting, it's like people see one side or one thing and it's not like a holding back, like it can be. But the reason why I'm saying this is, I feel like there's, the star to me represents, it's not just Aquarian energy, it's also authenticity, it's an open heart, it's healing, it's hope. It's all of these things. And I think that it's sort of like calling these energies back to yourself with the Nine of Pentacles and back into yourself. And what that means is not that they were gone anywhere in particular, right? I feel like this thread exists within you. It's not necessarily from the outside. Like this is a part of you internally. But I'm feeling like there's a way that it's not just feeling confident. It's not, the generality of confidence here. What I'm seeing is that it's like what you thought, like there's a part of you, you held part of yourself back. Like you held part of yourself back. And like from because you didn't think it would be successful, you didn't think it would be important, you didn't think it would be helpful. And it's like releasing that, and part of the call to adventure is the healing and returning to hope and feeling confident, and confident just in that you can handle whatever comes your way, and seeing like this is almost like a place that exists within you, but so too is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is like a garden where you plant seeds. The Nine of Pentacles is the place where you hold, like what part of you holds the value that you can offer others, or holds value that you understand and cherish within yourself. Right? What is it that means? Like, what does that mean for you? Spirit, what additional messages do you have for my daily creatives, please? So we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's new. Yeah, here are the endings. I see them. What these endings are, I don't know. I'm more concerned with the beginning because there's this fresh energy here, right? It's almost like the call to adventure is the call to adventure. But it's almost like this sort of Page of Pentacles energy is this like slow growth, slow development. It's like planting seeds meticulously and also dedicatedly. But I think the bigger picture here, the bigger story is what it is that I think it's also a bit of learners, like that sort of like beginning anew, beginning afresh. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Spirit, what messages do you have for my daily creatives? Okay, so what I'm getting here, whoops, it goes that way. What I'm getting here is the thing that could become a tower if it goes unchecked. Is this Two of Wands here. So it's like planning, but not enough action, right? There has to be a balance between the two. Or, going too fast with something without taking the time to plan, or acting without a plan. I feel like there's something that's going to require that. And this is telling me that the times that you felt left out the most, or the times that you felt the least, desirable, lovable, any of those things, the times that you felt the most put out, even energetically, like the times you doubted yourself the most, those are your strengths right now. That's your protagonist energy. That's the strength of and the energy that surrounds you. I think so. It's like changing your perspective a little bit, because this is the antagonist position, which tells me that the Ace of Swords is not just a truth, it's a perspective. Like, it's clear thinking. It is arriving at a truth. And I think it can be in the antagonist position. It can become an antagonist energy if you're in a place of kind of hating on yourself instead of loving on yourself in that, and looking at the things that you aren't, or, instead of looking at what you are and what you do have, and looking at others like that too. Like, instead of looking at it like, oh, I didn't get this thing, I don't have what I want. It's not so much about that as much as it is like, it's not so much about that as it is about seeing that there's so much more available, and it's not just black and white. Like, I don't know, it's not just black and white like that. Like, there's nuances in it. The main challenge today is the Seven of Swords and the World. Yeah, it's believing. To me, this is like a mentality of things happening to you instead of for you. And that's where the overcoming is, really seeing the big picture, right? Seeing the world of things, seeing what are the hard lessons that you learned from situations, as opposed to, and seeing the gift of the lessons, as opposed to seeing it as something that, that took from you, or, feeling like that. And I think that's what gives you access to this Ten of Pentacles. This is like that long-term wish fulfillment. Two of Pentacles, yeah. Ace of Cups, wow. Hermit as well. I'm going to stop there. And Knight of Cups, okay. I feel like this Two of Pentacles is telling me a lot. It's not about balance. It's not about balancing. I think that there's something that you're letting go, and it's just like, let it go from your energy too. Let it go from your energy too. And the Ace of Cups here is this sort of offering from Spirit. This, to me, represents more of an offering from Spirit than anything. And the Hermit represents wisdom, and a depth of wisdom at that. So I think that it's really allowing yourself to be open-hearted, and allowing yourself to know that there's wisdom that you've gained on your path that isn't really, that circumstances can't really touch. Like, nobody can take that from you. And that's where it's like integrating the lessons of, it happened for me, not to me, right? So I think that's part of this here. Okay, so let's see where else this takes us. I'm going to clarify some here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Could be someone making a slow approach. It could be you approaching this slowly, like hesitation, I'm feeling. Interesting. A lot of movement and motion. And then we get to the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Okay. So I'm getting that this is sort of this slow approach, or a slow, like, either you're slowly approaching what it is that you truly want, this Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Ace of Cups. And maybe that's where this Two of Pentacles is sort of like, you're carrying something that you maybe don't need to. You're carrying something that you don't need to be. And we also have the Six of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the World. And it's clarified by the Eight of Cups. And it's almost like leaving behind this sort of way that you've been dividing or splitting your energy. And then we also have the Star, the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and that's clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. And so I think that, it's almost like letting go. There's a need to release any kind of defensive energy, because it not only ceases you, like, you can plan, but I think that it's like, do you see the big picture painted with you with you in it too? Like, and what's most important to you in it, and what's most important about you, right? What's most important about you. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Spirit, what additional messages do you have for my daily creatives on this? 10 of Pentacles again. Yeah, this, I feel like whatever it is that's part of this bigger wish fulfillment or bigger picture, it's a long-term investment, yes. And it's like you have to get past this idea of enoughness. And I think that's the key. That is the key, right there in the corner. That's the key. You have to get past this. And I think that, the 10 of Pentacles, whatever that represents to you, it could be, jobs, it could be relationship, it could really be any number of things. But I think that you kind of have to, that's where you're getting in your own way in terms of accessing this 10 of Pentacles. And you have to just release. You have to just release it. Yeah, justice. And that's how it's like justice and the Fool. Wow, Queen of Pentacles too. I feel like that's where you're kind of giving yourself greater access to your own energy. It's like doing right by yourself, right? It's doing right by yourself is what it actually is. And it's allowing yourself, it's like giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, but also giving yourself the chance to experience something new, right? I was just talking to a friend, and the Fool card kind of reminds me of like butterflies. And it's like, when's the last time that you allowed yourself to be in that energy about something, right? Without feeling like you have to justify it or understand it all or even explain it away, right? Even explain it away. So let's take a look here at this Miracles Now deck. Spirit, what messages do you have for my daily creatives, please? I surrender my desires and I know the universe has my back. I surrender my desires and I know the universe has my back. Yeah, sometimes we have to, right? And that's where attachment comes in. So stillness is the key to success. And I think that's a bit of the meditation, right? Meditatively speaking, things will come together for you. And meditatively speaking, just meaning like in that quiet, a lot is going to make itself known. But I think that you have to kind of go within on whatever this is. And generally speaking, it's always a good idea to refine that system for yourself. This is a ridiculously short reading, but it's okay. Actually, you know what I'll do? Just to clarify one more, I'll pull a Notes from the Universe card. Whoa, that whole deck. Okay, we're going to clear this. We're going to clear this. It's not as if you need anyone. I'll read the back. For as long as you wish to keep them in your life, whoever they may be, understanding them as opposed to changing them will wildly improve the chances that they'll wish to keep you in their life. On the other hand, you're pretty much stuck with me. Oh, wow, how I love you, the universe. Lovely. Okay, so let's read this now. So it says, you are magical. Okay. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is key to releasing attachment too, right? It's like be honest with yourself, being very honest with yourself so that you can let go of the attachment and just enjoy, right? And just relax into the enjoyment. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. So I think the big message here is there's a sort of like, don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out and walk away. It's almost, I get this as almost like leaving situations before they have a chance to get to a 9 of Cups. And I'm not talking about like leaving if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. That's not what I'm talking about here. And it's not about blaming people if it doesn't. It's just, it is what it is, right? So it's about looking at how we might discount ourselves or count ourselves out or like that I when I was reading about manipulation here, what I thought about is how we try to like justify justify being small, justify playing small, and that's kind of like manipulating your wants, like you're, talking with the universe and all of that. It's like you're manipulating your desires because you're trying to say, well, I only want part of the good. So you're like trying to say, like, I don't want it to be like so 10 of Pentacles that I have to then recognize that I'm bigger than I thought. I'm more powerful than I thought. I'm more powerful than I know. I am enough, right? It's like you're pulling back into this 10 of Pentacles and saying, okay, what would this look like for me? What would life look like if I was just inherently valuable? And that we all have that inherent value, but what I'm talking about is the ways that we say, like, oh, well, I can do that, but I don't know what that would be like. And it's fine. It's hard for us to visualize something like that. It's hard for us to get to that place, right? So yeah, I think it's just about releasing expectations, and really it is about surrendering your desires, right? Because when you want it, you can want something hard. You can want something like with this intensity. But it's also just like, how good is it for you truly, right? How good is it for you truly? To be in that constant state of wanting. And I think that's where surrender gives us access to delights and surprises, right? For example, today, I was out and I was, walking around the area where I live, and I saw this heart, in the concrete. Like someone had taken a stick in the wet concrete and carved a little heart in it. And as you know, me and hearts, but I mean, for those who don't know, my Finding Hearts project, and that's where this tattoo comes from, right here. But it's like, that to me is, I don't know, it's like when you surrender your desires, you're not saying it's not important. You're just saying, I am willing to be surprised, amazed, and delighted by the different packages that this highest good can come in and come from. Because then spirit can work really beautifully on your behalf. And sometimes it's surprising packages, and sometimes it's not even about that. It's just about the surprising way the way you surprise yourself by allowing life to fill in, right? Allowing your life to fill in and fill out. So taking action still, there's cards of action here, taking action, but it's a different kind right now that you're being called for or called to do today. So, All right, my darling daily creatives, that is all I've got for you today, but there's a chunk in here. It's a very concise wisdom. So I hope that this resonated. If it did, give it a like and subscribe. I would love, love, love to have you on the channel if you are not already. And if you are joining me from that base, thank you so very much. There are other ways you can connect, so feel free to check that out. But if this is where we part, I hope that wherever this finds you on the time-space continuum, morning, afternoon, or night, I hope it finds you very, very well, my friends. Take care.